Sa ji bege joji me do dan la li ji nin de jian ba de san de xin du me de bu wa du bu nam da xin la zhi ba zhi yi fang bu ru la na da la ka me ya da ya ya ne
San ye
so ye jo na la jian ju a do ban de ke su ji
sa ye ju ye
ro la pen je san ye zhu fa shu
san ye ju dan so ye jo na ma
ji zhu fa du da yi ka su
ro la
pen je san ye zhu fa shu
san ye ju
Chönan sodi chönan la jönjo pato dani nasu nage chini jibe sonam
ro la pen je san ye
du parashu.
다시 인연 받기가 군주도 인연 받든 남도 인연 받지 다 다시 인연 받아야 돼 근데 동네 잘못하면 되지 연락 남이야 초심해봐니 다 다시 한번 쳐봐 유미시 있어야 돼 다시 인연 받아 다시 인연 받아 응?
Please look at the verse 70. This reads, no one wants even the slightest suffering or is ever content with the happiness they have. In this, we are all alike. So now, with this, it states that equalizing self with others. So we are at the point in terms of elaborating the equalizing self with others.
사실 다 다시 지단 다시 인연 받아야 될 달래지 동네 참문 면접 받아야지 여가 참고 참제는 제가 스타디 동네 면접 받아 저한 저 인연 받아야 돼 인연 받아야 돼 근데 뒤가 지단치는 다시 인연 받으려 군지들아 군족을 때문에 군지 남들 때문에 다시 인연 받 군지다 니야
Now here, the way it equalizes one with the other in terms of we are equal in terms of wanting to be happy and not wanting to be suffer. So in that respect, we all are equal. So that is the point, equalizing self with another in that respect. Now with this, there are two different ways of actually practicing these equalizations in terms of conventional way and ultimate way.
다 군족을 때문에 다시 인연 받 군지들 라는 때문에 군지 телесум 시안을 때문에 군지 телесум 그래서 그래 군지 숨제 숨제 그걸 봐 다 전담을 때문에 다시 인연 받 군지들 숨제 다시 인연지 개발을 제외는 인연주 구입을
Now, in terms of conventional, in terms of practicing according to the conventional method, there are 6 different steps of equalizing one with another. And this conventional further breaks down into 2 groups, or in 2 parts. first part is equalizing self with another in terms of one's own, from the point of view of one's own. And this elaborate 3 different steps. And the second one is from the point of view of others, and it breaks down into three steps. So with this, there are 6 different steps within the conventional practice. Now, in terms of the second, there's, like I mentioned earlier, there's a bigger outline conventional way and the ultimate way. From the ultimate way, there are 3 different steps. So with this total, there are 9 different steps within the practice of equalizing self with others. Yeah.
Tadi di machine di ta jab juga jab yasan machine ta kare sugre tunge chamata minde chi se da ran du kangal chiba ta ran tunge chamutun je du marwa minum chunje ne tunge du marwa ran ina ran any minimum chunje tunge chamo chunje mede banashi semje kande chile tene yang tunge chamo chunje mede ba jiba je tunge chamo chunje mede chi se de tunge chimbu pa da tunge chunje ji ne minimum chunje ne minimum ji kange de ji tesu na mede ba chimbu ki garwa minimum chunje le dewa 야 동네 참무던 이제 두고 말봐. 다 메데벨로디 아란주 연구리가 이나시다 심제 간데지 되니야. 동네 참무던 메데벨 집어리 되네. 대화 참무 순제 대바디 집어. 라래 대화 간데지 중수네. 대화를 초심해 봐 집어. 어디 산다 디 냠바리스 제 다게 집디시에 디 냠바디 야본시 삼르당국이야레스.
So now with this, if we look more closer to these lines, no one wants even the slightest sufferings, right? So even in our dreams, we don't want our sufferings. Needless to mention, experiencing a real suffering. Even in our dreams, we don't want our sufferings. So this is the same case for others. Others too, just like myself, who do not want suffering, even in my dreams. So to others, same, they don't want a suffering. Right? So with this, in this manner, it's really important to feel the sentiments of others, just like yourself, who do not want sufferings. In the same manner as others too do not want suffering. So that's very important to relate oneself with another.
that is this some 가지고 그래서는 차단치 미리버지 대투기야다. 동네 참무자면 medebe 집어 대화 참무좀 이제 저거 집어 예선이 니 미리게 차단치를 말이시야.
So in the same man, in a similar manner, just like I want as much as happiness, right? So to others in the same, they're not different. Others also want some happiness. Now with this point, equalizing with one side of another, what is the underlying point that we're trying to cross? What we're trying to say by saying I'm no different than others. The point that we're trying to cross is don't hurt others, because just like yourself do not want a suffering, so to others, right? And don't cultivate strong craving and attachments. They're too, this is also not good. So in this manner, it really like teaching us how to restrain attachment and emotions for others.
that is that is that simje tamje la dewa tumju gi samba tunge sendu gi samba di chiba ke ku ya re se gashi le dewa tumju sambar ji chike gashi la dewa tumju gi samba me ke batinde mai gashi la kange se sendu lo tinde ki gashi la kange sendu lo me ke bar yungi yarwa pate chiri mare karesne tunga me de chibare dewan de chibare simje tamje chesani simje tamje di dewa dundu lo di chori me ba ke ku yaris simje tamje gi kare sure tunga sendu lo di chori me ba ke ku yaris chori je maris medan karesne dewa de chiba tunga me de chiba randu chunga wada diri sigar wata tanyum siyadu kumiyati diri.
So in this manner, like it also trying to get across the point, like we should not uh, we should not bias to some group or some people or group of people, or I will work for them. I will work for the interest, well-being of those people. So, so we should not harbor such attitude because all beings are same in the respect, in the manner of wanting to be happy and not wanting to be us or suffer. And it is easier. It's we are vulnerable in terms of like we neglect some people or some group of people say, I will not I will not work to remove their sufferings. Right? So we should not have such an attitude. Rather, to uphold all beings equally, to without any reservations. Without it, we should have unconditional love and caring for all beings because just like ourselves, we do not want the suffering and wants to be happy. So everyone is same. There's no point to be favored to one individual or group of individual and neglect others. Rather to uphold all beings equally.
Wada disi tadi tunga tamu tanya mendu jings gala namya choshi meba nis tada shala keba yimi shis tadi jaju sim keba nyeba tanyum kubere tanyum kuriyateri tadi tashi nyamba se.
So this verse 17, like no one wants even the slightest suffering or is ever content with happiness they have. In this, we are all alike. Inspire me to find a joy in making others happy. So this 70 really, the verse 70 really carries the sentiment of importance of cultivating equal equal state of mind for all beings. In other words, equalizing our attitude for all beings.
Tatani tashi chewa setri. Tashi chewa seti kare cheyat kare sine. Tanda pa jo de raad chebar sung. Shen yawar to che tebrwa. Tiye sani randu kange tan matu yati. Tando kange nan chui che tebdi kare chebre sine raad chebar sung. Shen yawar to ra yinsa. Ani kange dile matu yati ti chumuris. Tati chewaris. Rāng yawar to shen chebar sungurīs, kāngai tu tuyāga tabdila. Tati insan ani tashi chewa siyati cheyati sambati. 단다 편제 때 랑제바 숨지 때야 이 진지가 로디 당现有的逻辑是吧？第一结果的结果，然有的先结果送过来啊，到底但是结果写的的结的，然今这个逻辑当现有的逻辑的结果的是，
Now, next step is exchanging self with others. Exchanging self with another. So, what do we really exchange? So, here, self with another really refers to exchanging our priorities. So, what does what do we mean by exchanging priorities? So, here, so far, we put my interest always first. My interest. I'm important, right? Self cherishing. That's like my interest. And we put interest of others always behind. Now, this kind of attitude we need to exchange, taking more consideration for the interest of others. Right? We need to put this because so far we've put very less minimum right weight on the interests of others. Rather, we put always myself always come first. Therefore, now we need to exchange this.
다들 저거야 그랬으면 라니 진지 그거 끊기 그거스 란께만 되면로디 단다 그거 kan가 요야디 등에 탐색이 요야가 짜가지 가를 란진지 그로디 지기야리 쳇다 이런데 탐색이 짜가지 현진지 그로디 지기야리 쳇다 다 제구야리 다 제구에 대한 다 편제디 라는 맨데버 탐색 등에 빠지면 요야디 란진지 디제버리 아니 그래서 그래 다다 대원 누구도나 대원 누구리 중에 누구야 말봐 중에 맨들 제 대원 누구 있는 다 현진들로 제버리 현재 벌써
So why do we need to exchange this? Why do we need to switch the priorities? What's wrong with that, right? Because the reason is we need to change that because the real cause of problems, sufferings in our life is the self-cherishing. Self-cherishing is the main cause of all the problems in my life. And the cherishing for others is the cause of all the happiness in our life. Therefore, we need to change because I do not want suffering. If I do not want suffering, I need to eliminate its causes of suffering, which is the self-cherishing. Since I want happiness, therefore I must fulfill its causes and condition of happiness, which is the self-cherishing for others. Therefore, it is really important for us to changing the priorities, right? Put more weight on interests of others, which is the source of happiness, and try to eliminate this self-grasping into the cherishing of oneself, because that is the source of all the problems.
No, that is 현진 디신 다티는 나니 디 아무튼 산젤이야 chopa 표기야리 아니 산젤 등에 시와 선집 지게르바 산젤 그버체 등에 시와 등에 시야기 시와다 대화유냐 그러면 지게르바 만남 지게야리 아니 사람도 또 길에 집에 손들 지기야리 지기 유산다 제 동네 간에 저 간에 집에 시심제를 아니 지기 여와도 기르바 심제디 동네 시월지 제석이 동네 시월지 다 탑디 네 심제를 때니 지구야 여와도 야디 심제를 때니 중국이야 아니 티베timbe sanam gotoba chabachi kiati simjel teni kikuyare oti insanta simjel cheba sungina rangi kangne kanga setuyare ani jawa tuyare simjel oti ba ani sanam gotoba kangalo simjel teni kikuyare jamba te ninchi ta janju simsingi sange kukumasiyati simjel teni tuyare ba ini sanjel kubache malam tak tungai siwata dewa yaga sundipche ani sanam to bache bache kiya sundipche banashi simjele kubache simjele tiki tawa imbata tungai shile tawa simje imbata ting ji chegu berba ji cheni 아니 어디 지구비야 다 남주 단대티 semjeleti samlutan kuya mari kewa kange ji shiti semjei baha moguje ne kange ju sem shiti kare shisi na rajin di sem ya semjele kare sure ti kewa kange ju shiti semjei 나람들 되게 강가스 선절 때는 인구도가 지단 지나 디드미 돈도 그렇지 봐. 어디를 봤더니 티베침그 람게 또바싱이지 강가로 선절 때는 기게 티기게 예산에다 심제 राज्य बंदी में अतिथि डाले अतिथि डाले मानते
Now we make offerings to the Buddha, right? We make offerings to the Buddha, and we also pray to the Buddha, like may I get a blessing so that I can be happy, no sickness, no problem in life. Right? So we pray all those things. While we make offering to the Buddha, we pay respect to the Buddha. We really physically very try to be humble, make offerings, pray. But we neglect the sentient beings. We put Buddha always first, maybe offerings. We pray for Buddha, right? Why? In reality, if you really want to be happy, right, then take care of the sentient beings, other people, fellow human beings, fellow member of this planet. They are more important, and actually they are the one who gives you happiness. They are the ones who help you to remove your sufferings. So this is actually like in our first-hand experience, we can feel it. If you really wants to be happy, then cultivate cherishing for others. If you really do not want a problem, suffering, then minimize the ego, minimize the self-cherishness. Right? In this manner, you will truly achieve happiness, and you will truly achieve the less suffering. Therefore, it's really important to understand that real cause of happiness. It is really important to understand the who brings the suffering.
that's 당연히 잠바도 저어서야 돼. 심지어 뜨는 게 구두가 잠바서야 돼. 아니 니지 생에 돼. 심지어 뜨는 게 구두가 삼바삼부 전주 생세에 돼. 심지어 뜨는 게 구두가 아니 뒤집에다 저와 간가 심지어 뜨는 연구야. 이 연구에서는 디기가 싸워롭지 심지어 뒤인 거래. 아디 임발라 아니 심지어 뒤여워 돌스 심지어 여워 돌스는 다 디기가 싸워지 봐 여워 돌봐 아니 디기가 싸워지 봐 여워 돌 맵스 돌봐 저산에 심지어 여워 돌 되니 다 디제 심지어 제발 송구 심지어 제발 송수는 아니 예바 탄제 까구야래 까구야래 라제 버스네 심지가 소제리야래 라제 버스네 심지를 보고 당기야래 주인셰기야래 아니 참만나기야래 라제 버스네 아니 지주마기야래 아니 kindercheni 강가로 라제 버스네 아니 티치레티 투투네 강가로 텔테니 umbarba 라제 버스네 먼저 두네 강가 라제 버스네 거야래 네 라제 버스네다 티침베 자와만부치레 주구야르바 동네 용약 자와만부치레 라제 버스네 주구야래 어디에서 라니 진지 그거군이 고스야 되인 거래.
So it is really important for us to understand actually all the spiritual realizations that arise because of in relation to the sentient beings. For example, if someone truly wants the realization of loving kindness, that person must have other sentient beings. Right? Same manner, compassions. Without the seeing the suffering sentient beings, how could someone really generate the compassions? It's very important. So in this manner, all the spiritual realizations arise because of sentient beings. And one must truly understand this, because if someone abandoned the interests of other sentient beings, so in other words, you yourself abandoning the interest of one's happiness. If we want happiness, we must cherish the well-being of others, because others are imminent relates to our well-being, and taking care of interests of others is equal to the taking care of your own interests. Therefore, we must not neglect the well-being of others.
That's it. 저사 다 라니 진지 그거 있고 세대 이 라지 진지를 때는 잘라라지 중우주 온거이네 중우도 오늘 잘라야지 근데 진에 라진지 그거기 중우도 오늘 잘라들이 지금 배주 재단에 야 맨날 지기를 봐 고시자 자고를 주네 라진지 그거기 라르진 사도 통역의 선물을 짓다 지기를 봐 진짜 잘라 중우주 온와지네 라진지 그거기 그 배 피게를 잘라드려야 심지야디 라는 캐토리아의 삼로지 이 지그르바 이 지도 좀 시행了闲有的都也是，可土木都偶尔的闲的了，就你以后都这个落的得检查了，感觉让进这个路是要的，感觉就是因为呢，可是的，让进这个路是要的可第一节的。让了夹脚进一个手的因为啊，落地，让了松脚进一个手的节，你。그 란 얘기 할 때 파지 연대 좀 받고 란의 성적 진행 설정이 거야. 아니 그 내가 얘기해. 란의 진도하고 란 진지세야 돼. 로디기 봐 란의 진도하고 지내니 란의 얘기해. 어디 계획도가 얘기해. 제사 राजनीतिक लोसियाती सामने कंडेंस तंगी ने ची मिजाची किंजाची नाली ने ची राजनीतिक लो इंगे तिगी ते खरे सुगरे को सामने माबुता ने रंग छोले किंजाची ने रंग छोले ची योया के 삼루다야디 무당기야리바 도수강가다 시여도 침사지 미디 신다도수 여와도 란진데 란견자기 지 삼루 근데지 제고이나 삼사루 롱지드네 근데지 란케 라야 푸그 삼루다인데 푸그 삼루 란리야 삼루 망부지야르바 두수간가 라진데 두수가 예바 탐정 자와르바 그 예바 시부서기야 얘한테 라는 순교 지역설지 제도 메단디 나디 지 자랑을 두수 제도 농주들이 라진데 시에 진부천이 직줘야现在 삼루마다야 포그 삼루들에 다디 지기라라 지기야 삼루를 뜬다 아다티 가레스네 삼루딩 멤버십제 삼루 멤버제 토비아 멤버제 삼루 멤버다 삼루 멤버들이 다그 나쁘르 스자 슈레라를 라는가 말하네 그 삼바디가 나쁘스 차례 그 랭이 시사차를 봐 어떻게 여차사나 진짜 생일 파다기는 라는 순적 진행 소지이야 전라라는 너밖에 지리야 현진지 세야디 얘가 라리아 케벤들을 담았었지 제디 뭐네 케벤들 중에 라진 현진지로 되게 두비야라는 케벤 중에 파다드다 현진지 제일 있는 랑기 랑지 랑기 지기를 담았었지 이 말이 근데 랑기 지기 두비야 지기 두 케빈이라는 지기 두비야라
So self-cherishing is the source of all the problems. So if you examine all the negative actions, if someone commits a killing, then that really comes from protecting myself, right? So whether you get attached to the skin or meat of the all the killings. It's really like self-cherishing. If you steal, you get attached, or you want the other people's property, you steal, you hurt others. So all the non-virtues basically is caused by self-cherishing. And also, like just if you think about self-cherishing, it things that it belongs to every one of us. But when we divide, you put in your mind like you want a little bit more than what you deserve. It's self-cherishing. Like there's never be 50-50. You want to put a little extra 55, 53. You put that is really like point self-cherishing. Right? So if we look at the self-cherishing always appeared as very pleasing, as as something that really cares for my well-being. Self-cherishing as if appeared as an inherent right. What's wrong with taking care of my interests? Right? That's how we brought up, right? Me always comes first. If I don't take care of myself, who will? That's how we. But in reality, even though self-cherishing appears in a very pleasing, in a very affectionate way, but really it it poisons within ourselves. As soon as we consume that self-cherishing, it appeared very nice, but the more we consume the self-cherishing, the greater damage we get. It's so, for example, in a one family. So as a head of the family, I would think my family, I have to work for my family. But if you look in the bigger picture, you are abandoning the interests of others because you really focus on one family. And for the sake of protecting one family, how many of non-virtues you have committed just to protect one family? Many times we don't get realized how self-cherishing enters in our life. Right? But it's really important to think in a more holistic way. Even you protect one family, but how many families you have abandoned? So if cherishing for on the other hand, cherishing for others may seem weak, may seem it's like you losing your own interest. But cherishing for others, it it comes in a very skillful way that even though it seems you're losing your interest, but in the long run, it brings a joy in. It's a joy in our life because cherishing for others is the source of all happiness. We might not see right away because we are so much used to with this cherishing for oneself. Because cherishing for the are so alien to us, so new, so strange. Therefore, we feel very uncomfortable cherishing for others. But the real, if you think carefully, cherishing for others is the true source of happiness for oneself. Therefore, we must switch the priorities because cherishing for oneself it brings all the suffering, and cherishing for other brings all the happiness.
啊，他对的，他的啊，连你经济够不够就够世界的，嗯嗯嗯 만남 진지 연대 근시 다 만남 제가 수면 로디 연대 탐지 자어디 데리지 아 현재부터 로디 연대 탐지 자어디 딱 야 현재부터 어디 데려봐 현재부터 수면티다 연대 탐지 자어 산지 산예지 체득이 디기를 지내 현재적 로디 체득이 디기를 자어지 현재적 로디는 체득이 기부인 거 지금 삼례 디기 연구열이 저기 현재적 로디가 삼례 디기 되게 현재적 로디가 많은 진지 연대 글씨 쓰되现世界界的什么呢？说句办法，说句办事呢？现界的什么事呢？说句嘛的吧？说句办的有的有个人，说没句的颜色呢？然后现界的什么说没句的颜色，说句人多的人呢？你说那么几啥什么？现界的什么呢？你改正些嘛的？现界的什么呢？你他妈庆祝嘛的嘛的？你原来忙不起穷什么？你现界不是什么？你现在这可是的马金巴连巴现在用过样嘛？你给我讲个，骗子没给我的讲个，他生下来等你用过样的，就算让现今这个落地的数据没记，马金巴现在录音没记吧？你这他妈记住哪件是吧？我都是用个嘛的吧？现在不什么书呢？你的都是的，我都是用个名的吧？现在不书呢？
So cherishing for others is the source of all the happiness, all the excellent qualities. For example, if someone truly cherishes the well-being of others, that person will never commit a killing, because that person truly cherishes the other people's life, their well-being. How could that person commit a killing, right? So therefore, it gives the strength not to kill, right? And if someone truly cherishes the well-being of others, that person will never steal the other people's property. That will never brings the divisive talk among two people or two parties. Right? That person will never just do some just hurting others or having malicious thoughts for others. So in brief, if someone truly has this cherishing for others, so that it helps to restrain from all the non-virtuous activities. So in other words, cherishing for others is the source of all the excellence quality. And cherishing for others is source of all the happiness for oneself.
到底现在不是呢？现在电话中这个老几个了吧？现在就骗到300几个了吧？现在不是呢？现在600几啊的没得吧？现在这现在马龙的什么这样的没得吧？的没被那个，你把谈起的。现生这里的那个多啊，你把穷山的早的也 Sangeta Massenger Niri. Tangarandula Dava, Ingos and Deva Unity, Simjetiva. Simjeti, Simjaletin Yevati, Jun Lela Wimber. Sangeletin Yevati, Muzuli, Junati Shiram Everett, the Sangel Gavachigri, Sanje Simiti Tiris Shani, Muzugi. Ya Sangeletin Yevati, Jun Capri, Jumbat Cumbri. Simjaletin. 다 생질 때는 예밖에 망부 용괴가 제사 다 신진직으로 되는 생질 때는 지 예바사야 되까 두게 이가서는 예바 중에 시대의 생질의 상견이를 상견을 때는 나는 저 생질을 그버치게 망부 치게 뒤지기에서 예바디 중 커버를 지래 다 완전 예바 강가 용야티 시승절 때문에 예바 인거리 먼저 동네 빠도 내가 용야티 동네 김이체가 용야티 오늘도 승절 때문에 승절 때문에 승절 시행 예월 도할 때문에 중요해 아니 시행 예월 도할 때문에 시행을 tamamabiyari shanla tsitu shanla kondu chigiyari awati chaba insanta nadu nyeba thamje yosati semje imbarwa nadu tanda kangi mabu chikche kayati yawanga manamsu semje la ni chigi nadi cheba la suba semje yawata wala tini chungiyari raje basu semje yawata wala tini chungiyari ba wadi insanta 개체 최소한지 다 심지어가 라이 심지어 여왔다고 때문에 중요해요. 그래서 이 아란저 삼는 망보다니 심지어 진지기 로티 기특제고요. 심지어 여왔다고 때문에 간에 망보지 체득이 다도 봐도 심지어 여왔다고 때문에 강에 쳐야 돼. 심지어 여도 할 때는 쳐버려. 아니 마음반에 심지어 여도 라치 받으니 니 녀바들 주트 매버봐. 인사다 라니 제반들 로디 녀바 퉁지 자와 인다랍 삼다. 시제반진데 로디 인데 탕지 자와 인버럽 시 삼다. 상르단에다 로디 초를 kum지지 우에 단다 합되는 주직이 인위야 말이지 kum지를 붙여 참점 들려공 이래 지기나니 남시지나 딜로드 공 컴퓨터소냐니 라지디로디 아니 세야 제다 현진들 로디 연결했지 점만 봐 이렇게 해야지 제주 진례 연구를 봐 제주 디말레부터 장구를 봐
Now, in terms of committing non-virtuous actions, there are only two possible avenues. Either we commit non-virtuous actions, either with the Buddhas or sentient beings. That's the only two avenues. And how often we commit non-virtuous actions towards a Buddha, it's very rare because we put that in our right. We say, "Oh, this is a holy being." We pay respect. Moreover, we are humans. We live in human society, not in the Buddha pure lens. So therefore, in human societies, we interact with the fellow human beings, and we are very vulnerable to burst our poisonous minds. Therefore, it's very important to be mindful the true source of happiness and true source of sufferings. Cherishing for others is the true source of happiness, right? I mentioned earlier. So, even you just use the harsh words. Why you are saying this harsh words? Because you feel that person is, is jeopardizing your interests. Just your face, you're losing your face, you use the harsh words. So me always come first. Therefore, you're doing all those non-virtuous actions. So it is really important. In contrary, if you really put the interests of others, it underscores your own happiness, your own well-being. That's really important to truly understand. That's the one reason why we are putting lots of emphasis on this point, because so far we are ignorant about the real source of happiness and the real source of sufferings. Right? So understanding that firmly, we must have some degree of conviction within our heart and mind that the cherishing for others is the true source of happiness, and the cherishing for oneself is the true source of sufferings. By understanding this very firm in a heart and mind, therefore, this should be our guideline in terms of our daily activities, right? In day-to-day life, how we interact with the fellow human beings, fellow sentient beings, keeping being mindful about the cherishing for others. Right? So the more we familiarize in this direction, the greater stability and strength that will come mentally. Then gradually you can physically exercise, physically really put actions in that directions. It's really important. First, cultivate mentally. Mentally first get the acknowledgement, get the we must understand this at the mental level and get familiarized. Right? Then gradually it will manifest in this.
되게 나라도 야는데네. 자 김자를 지니 김자들이 상도 디코 카브제 란세르지 야란도 닙세브네 딸 마치지 세야지 기여봐. 아 삼도 축구도가 김장디 치도 김장디 지주 치도 삼로 세야디 예베지 김장디 날 모베지니야 디나네 란세르디 나세르지 삼로 쿠도가 야란드네 김장디 치도 삼사르지 디기기 치도 네 심지어리 디기기 치도 서리지 삼로 땅 말이 수수 디기기 치도 삼로지 남사 고용구여로 디 아니 라진디 디지여로 야란드네지 김장기 디기기 치도 심지어신기 디기기 치도 레거레지 눈이네 마부치 지도 디기기 치도로 지레 디아레 안 삼로 거기에 말이 라기 지 간내기 치도 삼라지 땅기여로 디 야란드네 심지어신기 디기기 치도 간 니게 가르치고 있는 다리 그게 저 삼로 땅기 땅기는 이 심지어 디지 준비하려 하는 중에 이내야 라진지 디슈체버스 나랑기 세야도 소리제 지 플러스 군디무도가 쇼겐이 하는 중에 쇼겐이야 런던이 심지어 디지 치도 내 가르치 삼로 땅에 제가 디온주 시라 코미도가 이제서는 유야를 때문에 야란들네 심적이 뒤지기 치도 가르치고 또 섬서 니치 지도기 치도 남들이 야란이 내가 지야 지게를 심적이 지도기 치도 섭수가 리기야 남들 내가 만부 지제니 어리디 쟤는 내가 만부 지제니 지기스 아니 랑갈 야부자리야 지기 뒤지기 치도 미마기 뒤지기 치도 망부지 제도가 도서관 거 만주 지 내가 제발 된 중샵제리 뒤지도스 만주 양말에 뒤삼로 된 뒤지기 치도 아란주 뒤지 샴데 주비야리 디네브제 야란주네 랑기치 랑세야 뒤중구여봐 야란주네 지 뒤지기치도 지적이 뒤지기치도 뒤에 심지어 뒤지기치도 스제니 삼로때 땅베이네 니 현진지기 삼로때 레기 위에리 니 수술레기 제버티 지적이 셰십 위에리지다 삼로때 라진지 서치 제비에서 니 주는 니 야란주네 심지어 간내서야 치도 뒤지에서야 심지어 뒤지기 치도 딜레이 삼로 장국이야 뭐죠 뒤장서는 심지어 현진지기로 세야지 도스 제 자용을 장소는 남시지는 가르치니 현진지기로 레야 중국이야 신비의 삼바티 어디지 뒤에 산티 삼바티 신비의 삼바티 다 지금 안주 뒤에 지기나 저는 친부사 랑기 체디기 체디리 기부러 준 거래 라나 장장 삼부대비는 강내지 체디도 강내 친부 체디를 그 상로디 야추주 랑 죽었음 담버봐 이 뒤인지 담버 셈디 또디 추주제 이는 강내 체디인지 강내 망부치 체디를 셈을 강내 망부치 체디 현진지기 삼로 땅샤베는 셈디 로디 갸게베인서 갸침부로 게베인서 강내 체디 뒤지 강내 친부 체디야 말했습니다 어디 재산 이제 장구야 뒤리니 강내 지체니 강내 친구 체디야 말해 셈디 또 게버봐 생기치도 세야지 니 강글레 강게 생기치도 제베인 스도 가니 시마 레레치 마두네 강에디 시라티 셈 강에 시라티네 라주고 그 삼나담베네 아니 시마 레레티 마두디 강에디 첨부체리를 라나 디가레스네 그 셈들로 자춘주를 지려버려 셈디 춘주를 지인산 아니 그 강에 첨부체 체인데 저거 셈 춘주디 또 춘주디가 근데 강에 첨부체 체인데 아니 강에 셈을 강에 첨부체리를 봐 디인산 디니 시행기 시행두고 삼바르디 지리는 셈디 갸게 아니 체딜이 디기는 거래 체침을 디기는 거 라제 반주변도 되기 체침을 디기 준 추야 말이야 그 믹서데 체디 라주걸 미버와 어디 산 시험을 편제 시행 진지를 로드는 실로 편제의 디제 그 중거리 제들이 디제 그 중거리 아 제들을 조금만 보이는 거리 아니 아 언제 비춰서야 돼 시행 진지를 로드를 언제 비춰서야 시행 언도 뒤에 쳐대다 시행 진지를 로드 여기 산 아니 시행 진지 전에 개명만 보여야래 당연히 시행 진지를 로드 장국이야리 다음도 봐도 란친지 쿠란 온도 송아 연산에 디 스tamno 마부타네 장국이야리 다데 녀 마부치단데 시야데 디 어디 레스나 마부치에 군송아
So right from the very beginning, when we wake up in the morning, most of the time our mind is really like preoccupied with my interest, right? We plan, we woke up the morning when we wake up, our mind is on usually on our work, right? Go to work, and I go to work. Why? Why you go to work? I need to pay the bills. They have to go to work, right? So 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 that is really like self cherishing. Whereas it's really if you slightly change that attitude, the reason why I'm going to the work, not just to get a paycheck. Paycheck is the byproduct of my service. Why I'm going to the work is to bring a service to my community, a service to the mankind. Because in reality, when you at the work, you are doing goodness of the community. Because if you produce something, whatever you do at your work, basically that's a service for some other people. It's your attitude, right? If you say, I'm doing this work to get my paycheck, then that is really like you're limiting the scope of your actions. My service for the community, paycheck is the byproduct. Right? Byproduct. This paycheck is not the only reason why you're doing this work. I'm doing this work. I want to be a productive member of the community. I want to do something better for the community. And paycheck, of course, they will pay you the paycheck. That's the byproduct. That's not primary motivations for this. This is really important. So otherwise, if one really um, focus on one's own interests, right? If we put my own interests, if one thinks very limited, then even when small problem occurs, the person will feel an immense of suffering. Rather, if a person has a big capacity, lots of space at the heart, then even major problem happened, that person can accommodate those misfortune because that person has a huge capacity, huge space at the heart. Because that person, if a person truly cares for the well-being of all, then that person really has the huge capacity at the heart. So that is like a like a imminent benefit by carrying the interests of others. And also like this the attitude cherishing for others, it's really important for us to understand that it is like this attitude not only brings the happiness, right, for oneself, it also, the more we have the cherishing for others, it will not only bring happiness for oneself, it also brings the positivity and happiness for others. Therefore, this mind doesn't come in overnight. Right? We must train. It's really important to train. Because so far, the problem that we face now is because of such cherishing. Why I really, why I really, why I have such a powerful self cherishing? It is because of habituations from countless lives in our past life because of self cherishing. As a result, we have lots of negative karma in this life, and as a result, we experience many problems that we do not want. If we keep continue in that manner, then of course we will face more sufferings. Therefore, right now, even though self cherishing appears very powerful, that's because of habituation. Therefore, we must build a habituation towards cherishing for others. So that's the point of training. We must train, put always think about those lines. That's the reason why we are emphasizing over and over again on this point, right? So it's very important. Uh, not, uh, uh, I forgot. Yes, something.
that. 先进这个落地跟你卡拉吉赛的，你啥样碰的，甚至的忙不也吧，真正忙不也吧，一大心都是这上当，你没拿来，谁碰不的，世界八就那个也吧，都是压天，都是俺俩这个，下了农具吧，那些工作的农具就用说是马龙这不定的大家的，你呀。상계를 선택지하러 인그루바 현진지로 뒤는 세세뒤 아니 세그 풍다 심제도 스티야 무슨 나란도 그 세를 놓치고 나 신지 주중이야 그 삼로 뒤네 거그루바 이 코스는 아니 니 선언만 부서도가 티티 티나시 강갈로라리 세를 농주들 그걸 농주들 현진지게 지들로 지에서는 가를 농주네 지 심지어 디지선 다야르지 심지어 현진 내가는 농주들 그걸 농주들 그 풍부만 부여봐 어두 시에서는 네 진짜 삼리지 단투네 랑디 세세도 좀 사는 받으면 같이 사야지 중수나 데이트 가르치네 아니 처바 피드 강가 야르바다 처바 피드 생기 간에 전구야 이세야 같이도 군절 표기에 상거지 처바 피드 랑기 강에 세야 랑 견자티 들려는 아니티 처바디 야 이렇게 매우라 처바디 표현이 생기 강에 세야 같이 생각하네. 맹가도 쓰나를 질다다. 맹가 뭐 싫지 않은 파 주짓다 주점바 강글로 때문에 참버지 맹가는 말레부터 하고 말와. 맹가는 레스는 양답에 심제 칸데르와. 어디에서 아니 되게 상담이 지 이마 잘 주고 삼단데 두수 삼는데 코리아 말에 삼마고 같이 두수까지 친구이네 아니까지 진기야 말에 나랑 주게 두수까지 지야지 까지 수야지 셈삼고 지제니 까지 수야 나가 리주거네 지 상대 주마도네 Sem Sambikuni Shandi to Gugere. Jidas Sangu Chiwe. Duty Chidu Millereva Seata, Tinu Mambuyarba, Giaride, Tuba Kuran 7 nel longia, Kuran longia yamare. It was to delivery yapati, sem sambuti. Sem the Jujutani, sem sambuti jenny, and it did you son Sanji Kumato the Chungura. But just an another sem degree. Sem the Jujutani to get him green better.
So in our day-to-day life, it's really important for us to be more mindful and be more thankful for others, mindful about the like how other people are so important, how other people are so kind in our life, how other people, because of the kindness of other people, I'm surviving now. Right? So this is really important. So we should never take it grantedly. So therefore, in our day-to-day life, whatever even mundane actions that we do, for example, when we eat, right? Before when the meals on the table, before you eat, it's really important to acknowledge so many people involved in this meal. Right? Be thankful for other people. Right? And also pray that those people who are deprived of the food, right? May they get plenty of food, right? And I'm having this meal to sustain my body, so that I can work for others. It's important. When we get a new dress, don't take grantedly, right? Be thankful all the people involved in this making of your new dress. Thankful, and also pray that all the poor people who doesn't have a clothes to wear, pray that may they also get clothes. When you get to your room, your house, home, be thankful that how many people involved, right? And also pray all those people who doesn't have a shelter. Pray that may they too get a shelter. It's really important to, in this manner, we can train our mind towards cherishing for others. At the same time, also pray to Buddha Dhamma Sangha like by the power of those three jewels. May all people who doesn't have a food, clothing, shelter, may they get food, shelter, clothing. It's really important. In this manner, we should train the cherishing for others.
What did it? That means, that is, Rani Jindu Kuba Quinty Kuche, Manam Jindu in the Kuji Shiche. That is, Tashi Jacobi Kujenti Shepherd. That is Shengi. Ranjindig Lotita, Shenjindig, Shen, Shen Yavar to Lotita, Ranjindig Loni, Chekoya, Kujenti Karesana, Ranjindig Loti, Kubatamji Tawari. Shenjindig Loti, in the Tamji Tawari. Just a Shenjindig Loti, and you Echeburis. Ranjindig Lotipar, Dolguris. Kuba Tamji Tawar the Ranjindig Dirays. Kumbar Mer Suris. Shenjindig Loti in the Tamji Tawa is a Kutuleagi. To regular Jebachiburis. Just a Cheku, Jesse at the Dirva. That is Jekuyag to gentler, Ranich in the Kurukuniko, the Manam Jinju in the good, he said it. This some Lutani, and Rajin Diglot Pador, Shenjin Diglot to Rangula, Convertible, Kunjichibu,
So now coming back to our main point, exchanging self with another, right? exchanging self with another. So here means exchange the priorities, right? Exchange the self-cherishing towards cherishing for others. So why do we need to change that? Because self-cherishing is the source of all the problems, and cherishing for others is the source of all the happiness. Therefore, we need to change that. Moreover, we don't want a suffering. We want happiness. For that reason, too, we need to change, right? Change the attitude, change the priority in life.
다들 라니 제반인데 종내디 스타티 라친디글로디 종내세 주바 저기면이 에이 그뒤에 대부분 메데버스니 지내지야르바 네 자규면이 그뒤에 메데버스니 내들 종내세게 제사 라니 제반인데 종내디 맨들 두메케베 교수네 dindige ne jumne didi ani medube tume tanje gidiyarwa yurtone lene de la kondo sunje danji tunji jumba jingil girbe tawa
Lo.
ba oh dati lene de la seti tume tanje yumya di lembati lendati shenla khache yamares 안한테도 동네 탐제 용약이 렌즈티 현다지를 봐 지리 제마서 물 제마서 지금 딘데스지 세기는 소식이라고 지금 렌렌티가 세다 아니 시행지를 떡이야 봐 근데 자와트 라친지를 투거래. 아고 이게 자와트 동네 탐제 이게 자와트 레렌테스 다 라친지를 잡고래. 지를 현다지를 파레네 다서야 말이스. 지제소 제선 뒤중마 선생님을 지기 전에 니코 나버렸어. 지기 칼라를 지진데 칼라들은 나서 책이 개를 지림시 뭐네디 강네디 레디 라진지기 제발 어디서 레렌 됐었지 신다를 카다야 말했어 라진지를 카다고 했어 레렌 될라 칸도 숨지디 라진지를 받자순 거지 다 추가 풍수 다 라진지 다들 봐도年龄了 去修理你那个堂姐去理解说那个堂姐没得我看个去个时送时间内可能怕连到过来也是看着松色的看松色可能结果
Let's look at the verse 71. Seeing that the chronic disease of self-cherishing is the cause of my unwanted suffering, inspire me to put the blame where blame is due and banish the great demon of clinging to self. So we should able to see the self-cherishing as the chronic disease. As long as we have self-cherishing is just like chronic disease. It brings all the problems, right? It brings all the unwanted sufferings. Usually, when we have problem, when we encounter problem, we blame for others, right? Let's say if we get if our stomach upset, then first what do we think? What did I add? What did I add, right? So we had spoiled food. Then we tend to blame. Oh, let's say you. It at worse if you're invited for a dinner and your stomach upset, you blame for others, right? Your others, the food is so bad. We never put like a self-cherishing. It's really like it's a self-cherishing, right? You even you like before you add this, you It's a self-cherishing. You like the food. You can. So if if we need to blame, see here, it inspired me to put the blame where blame is due, not the other. If there is a blame, if you want to put blame, blame to the self-cherishing. If there is a real a demon, then the self-cherishing is the real demon. Okay?
다디 레렌데나 큰도 숨지디 단지 된지 좀 진기로 다디 라진디다 단지세야디 지방 레유야리 재산 지단 개발야리 라진디다 단지세야디 다 단지세야디 그 라진디세야디 단지 요구스를 지제 저 자와디 단지제 단지 온게 라진디디 진리야 나 재산 라니 진지 시제 라진디디 셰스나 근데 단지 된지 좀 진기로 시제 좀 바꾸니 자와를 지바에서 네 샹들레 단지 된지 좀 진기로 알야디디 신 단지 라진디니 기다 가가야 장주 비스미 이바 라진지디 군족 제주기 섬르데니 좀국이 다른 집한테 남에도 시를 때니 종국이야 이니야 그게 자와디 라진지다 단지니 자와디 집에서지 제산티 시디 잠바 이거 라니진디 그렇고 스제 발라 아니야 단지 된지 좀 맞긴기로 시디 단지 시에서나 어디디 자와디 집에서 주요산티 제그래
And vanish the great demon of clinging to self. So clinging to self is equal to self-grasping. Self-grasping. And there is slight difference between self-grasping and self-cherishing. Slight difference between the self-grasping and self-cherishing. However, the functions of self-grasping and self-cherishing are same. Because of self-grasping, it springs the self-cherishing. Therefore, we need to eliminate the self-grasping. So, in terms of the true bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta, and ultimate bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta helps to eliminate the self-cherishing. And ultimate bodhicitta helps to eliminate the self-grasping.
다디제 다디네디 다 샴데 만남지수 연락 걸베로 타의 인대 중에 고통네 로아티다 다기 자나짱 손에 제벌좀 진기로 다디데 만남지 제벌 손에 이 대화는 근데 불렀지 아니 타이에 인제 말을 붙여했다 고디리스 많은 집에 손에 이 대화를 근데 불렀지 아니 타이에 인제 탐지 고디리스 얼통네스 로아티다 다기 자나짱 로아티다 로아 탐지랑게 자라나냐 라니 제버 신치 제버 손에 로디 손에 제버 짐버칭이로스 라니 제버 디벨로 로디 손에 제버 그래서 신 제버 디벨로디 손에 제버 손치 라니 소디 제버 지그리바 소디 자치셔를 지그리바 어째서 소 자체부 제번나시 현지디 로디 디나시 소레 장배 제버스 숨기인스 라디 로아데다디 베타드 타는 란데 라치지 현지디 제리 현지디 제버 송알라 때니 로아 탐제 잘을 나니자 Raj Shenjin the Loti, Solid Jebasune, Turgumi said.
So with this, please look at the next line, 72. Cherishing beings and securing their happiness is the gateway that leads to infinite excellence. Inspire me to hold others more dear than my life, even when I see them as enemies. So set cherishing for others, right? Cherishing for others, cherishing the well-beings of others is the excellent, is the source of all the qualities, excellent qualities. Uh, and because of this reason, right? If I cherish the well-being for others, it is the source of my own happiness and the source of all the excellence. Therefore, even the whole world becomes my enemy. I will not let go of the cherishing the well-being of others. So I will regard cherishing for well-being of others is more dear than my own life. That's a powerful sentiment.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Jordan.
So with this, we end here. Questions? Yes.
I have a question about Milarepa.
Oh, yeah.
So, his family harmed him, then he killed a lot of them. But then he, of course, practiced a lot, gained realizations, and became Buddha in a lifetime. So then, the question is, two questions. Couldn't they be viewed, even though they harmed him?
Huh?
Even though they harmed him, they would be viewed as being very kind, his family. And then, because he practiced so much, did the family members that he killed, did they benefit at all? Not indirectly, but directly. Due to his practice.
Yeah. So the first question is
question mostly is the kindness about his family, even though they created harm, they could be seen as very kind because it led him to remorse and then practice. And then the second question is
his family, right?
his family. And then the second question is, even though he killed them because he did so much practice and gained so much, did they benefit the ones who made it?
근데 밀리 레벨러요라.
Yeah.
지금 밀리 레벨러. 아니 다 그런 게다 그때라 탄다. 디 예보 그런 예보 뭔지 다 투기는 좀 벌어. 아니 디튼디 좀비 괜찮다 컨트롤 그지나 그런 게 소소 디 남을 제버스 지고라. 디디 제버 지고라. 디디 제버로 지었다. 디디 그런 디다 다시 로라. 아니 디 그런 디 간사 디 다 뭐라한테 스토리스 좀 더도 근데 뭐란 그런다 뭐란 스토리 근데 아우다 먼저 남을 쓰디가 아우 아니 저 남을 로와라
그래.
아고 안에 무슨 너무 로가지
진짜지. 뭐 찍지 저거.
그래라 아니 그렇지 그때 근데 인데다 실랑만 선선을 수도 가서 딱 아우도 아니 독자 제산 디게 진짜 갱에 적샤로 진짜 좀 최근에 디게 돈도 중고로
아,
아우 안에 독자 제산데 다시네 디 제산도 최레지 초 심바진 때는 디금을 챙겨로 찾아라
네.
아니 또 디고서 미 망고 싶은데발라 미드도 총교들 칸도 밀러가 가르 템버스 딱 코네시에는 컨저 진을 때는 취체가 컨저 딱 디에 밀러 지르밀러 취 넘버 타고 싶은데 컨저 유는 때 템버다 컨저들 딱 칸도 가르 템버스
그도
나 카르도 되다 미 망고지 총교 남을 슬라바 컨저 카
쌤이 나 그도데 야 그도데 팬버디 네 가부야래 이내야 아니 마음바는 뭐는대로 되게 되네 콜라 취팅이야 고급진의 토야야래 그래서는 아 가르쳐래 장수 서방 나오기 라바제 서방 공부였으네 자제 간다제 우제 버바 제버리 제니들 카도를 그 팽게 또 야말이 야말이 어디 너는 또 다들이지는 마음번에 코로나 디세야디 디제 제발 뜨니 아니電子기 취지 콜코야 토마코스 거야디 나도를 거나 말이 그래서는 란네버 디제 지게버지 가도 될 페토야 말이 가도 될 페토네 그 냐와를 위하여 소바티 저기 매버 속으로 봐. 계속 두기야 말이야. 콜레레를 봐. 이내야 그랑기 디베 제샤바디 콜레레 저 지에서네 가도 되고 그래서 그래 레드 사비에서 가도 되고라 얘기 그네 동네 용구야 들레트 타와티 제투에 말이지 마음반에 취지 콜고 주점바 아니 거세데 릴레트에디 그랑기 뒷동 장소스 서바마와기 콜라 펜도 중으리 가나네 바체나 데데베 데베 주나들 차들로스 만남 담니 니 취지 침버지야디 네바디 아니 네바 제발한테 저지 따버봐 내제지 주머리 내제 상 장조 선바다도 술을 상제 치지 상계서야디 상부 저지는 치지를 상계 그만투야를 된다는 거야 내제 균에 아니 펜도지 내제티 니 균에 펜도지가 용구야리 그래서는 내가 제서도 뒤려봐 다 단대 주고지 뒤 가르쳐 그래 지도 면하게 무엇이 펜도티 제마투네야 그 시차를 때는 남아기 레지 깨서대 깨차려봐 그 신이 되게 이까 줘야 내버려 이내야 네 마음바다 네 최고토네 콜펜도 지야디 산지 주고반이 처가 있으네 Kumao ban college net unit. Hardly should mean next get in any mean next get the energy. Should they have a taxi journey? Should they have to do weird? Of course, Sanjay is an jubal money, but they cook bad dead. Jenny gets it how goes in the chit, crotcheting and taxi in the church and balloons, but the new year. Kadu deco crashing. Get session let can get the giga into Yama. But didn't pen to be admission.
So like so families were kind in a way that it somehow it turns out to be like a means for him to study the Dharma, right? But now it's the second part of, I mean, your second question is like what immediate benefits did they get in terms of the victims' families, right? So they might not have immediate benefit because that was a very unfortunate incident. Many people's lives were lost, right? But if you look at the bigger pictures, like I mean that even though they may not have like immediate benefit out of this, but another in a different perspective, actually that caused a very powerful karmic imprints to get blessings from Minerva when he becomes enlightenment, right? So just like one of the previous life of Buddha Shakyamuni, uh, one of the previous life Buddha Shakyamuni called the great sage of tolerance. Listen, listen. So Minerva, so here, so this Minerva like even up when he get achieve enlightenment, right? When he get achieve enlightenment, then definitely Buddha he became enlightenment Buddha. So it knows they have infinite powers to where those beings will be born because they have immediate karmic relationships, right? They already develop this karmic uh, connection. Uh, therefore, Milarepa will definitely uh, well, create a condition where they can free from their sufferings because of this karmic conditions.
You cook a do take Koran and Susu give a check. Yagging bear on the song dated, but Milarepa miss it to Tamba. The Koran Sanji Kubani Amaris. Ever yesterday cook a do the paint to at Jungi Amaris. And it didn't sign Jevons, sign Jenny, Kukuba Keto, Susumi, Jenny say, but this Kuba Keto. Nearly yesterday the treating and the super. Nearly leg dig down, dialect to Manum Gilead, did not give a.
So like during that time, like we Milarepa performed the black magics. I mean that time he was an ordinary beings out of saturation, right? He performs those black magics and creates a very unfortunate event, right? Incident where many people's life were lost. But because of this unfortunate incident, it tu- it it produced a powerful sparks to really like turn his life in a different directions when engaged because of that incident. So therefore Milarepa definitely will pray. I mean, just speaking like a pray for the well-beings of those people's life were lost because of the karmic. It's not like a bias, right? It's not like a careful because of the karmic conditions. Because of karmic conditions, and therefore and will provide the have been provide the condition where they can remove from their sufferings.
Ah, yeah. Huh? That made about
Listen.
Sa she again judging that on the lonely in the Yamadi, Sanya Shinto Mega Kuwa, Nanda Shiva Java, in a Guru Chanjo Sancho, Rimboshi, Adivana, Jeji, Nambam Nebaya, Wana Wando, Beva, So, Reparation Nante, and Agawama, Juve, Jesiwan, and Gazoye, Shaka Sita, Pato,
Thank you.
Ah,